welcome everybody. Good morning. I'm Holly from Birthing Tree.
I'm Caitlin.
And we are happy to have you with us this morning. We're just going to talk a little bit about the Latch on, how it's going to work this year. We are doing this virtually just because of COVID and the way everything's kind of working out. Last year we had some really awesome numbers. Caitlin's going to share those with y'all in just a minute. And it just shows the outpouring of support and love that comes from our community. And we just wanted to be able to continue supporting our community, even if it was virtually this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Last year was our biggest year that we've had so far. We mentioned yesterday that Birthing Tree's been hosting for 9 years now.
9 years?
And I've been with Holly. This is now my third year with her, and it's just gotten bigger and bigger every year. So this is awesome that we're still able to do it, at least virtually. Last year we had 172 people in attendance. And the first year that Holly did it, she did it at Drowsy Poet in Pace, right?
And we had 6 moms and I think maybe 8 babies.
Yeah.
So we've definitely grown. Last year we had about 20 vendors. So once everything, gets clear, we're hoping to have an event maybe the early part of next year. So just kind of keep an eye open for that. Follow Birthing Tree, follow our Latch on page. That will give you some good insight on different events, community and Birthing Tree private events that we're going to be doing in the upcoming months. Just to kind of give you an idea of what the Latch on is. The Latch on was created in 2005 initially in New Zealand. And from that, a lady named Joanne that just really has a passion for breastfeeding and a passion for making it something that's super normal to do in public. Just like we go out to dinner, it's okay to feed your babies in public.
Yeah.
So she wanted to do something to just really bring communities together, bring families together. So it's always a free event, it's always a community event, and it's always a family-centered event. The Latch on is all over the world now. So it originally started in New Zealand, then it was brought to the United States, and then there were the 2 countries, and now it has just grown exponentially over the years. It's global at this point, and the amount of breastfeeding moms, and breastfeeding can look like many different things. So breastfeeding is not just always babe to chest. That's not always the way breastfeeding works. Some moms do have struggles. Some moms use donor milk. So there's many things that you can think about when you think about breastfeeding and how to help other moms. One of the biggest things that we always think about is just finding like-minded moms to be around, and that's one thing that our event does for you is that it puts people that are in the same lifestyle maybe, or that have the same views up close and personal, so that you can walk away with some mom friends as well.
Right, yeah. So it's the greatest part about it is just bringing our community together, because it's not just moms and baby, it's husbands, grandparents, everyone that comes in with them. And we're able to have people there to ask questions. They can ask us questions. Last year we had lactation consultant, and she's actually going to come on in a little bit and tell you some information. So we first met her last year, and now she's talking at our event. So that's really awesome how it's come full circle. But so we have a bunch of peers that you can ask questions to, make mom friends that are also breastfeeding or pumping or whatever, and just have them, in your circle.
So just to give you a little bit of information, and we'll kind of do this throughout because I know we'll have people joining at different times. Please feel free to share this, share it as a watch party. We can have all people join from all over the world, being that we're virtual this year. So make sure you're doing that. If you are going to actually participate in the Latch on, meaning that you're going to latch a babe and nurse your baby at some point when we tell you it's time to, then what we want you to do is, if you are not comfortable in leaving your first and last name along with how many babies you have, how many you're nursing, and an email for us in the comments, then feel free to private message us through Birthing Tree, or if you're viewing through some other outlet, we'll make sure that we go through and that all numbers are counted. So the way we're going to do the count this year is we're going to let you know when 10 o'clock is rolling around. When we're close to 10 o'clock, what we'll do is we'll actually tell you, okay, we're about to get ready to latch all the babes. So at that point, get everything ready. What we normally do is have you latch your babe. We kind of do a countdown. We start at 60. We make it obviously to 0. And then everybody raises their hand with a piece of paper that says, hey, I did my 1 minute. What we're doing this year, since we don't have our piece of paper, you get to put your virtual piece of paper in the air, which means leave a comment saying latched. those will all be counted. What we're doing with everybody that says Latched, we actually have a really cool gift basket. This is from Birthing Tree, and so it's just a lot of self-care items in there. Yes, you do have to be 21 to get this basket. We need to see an ID because it has wine in there. So that's what we plan to do for that time period.
Yeah. And so just make sure that you are sharing, because we have lots of things to give away during this. Share it with all your friends. Post it into a group page, however you do it. But we have a few trips to give away. We have some gift certificates, correct?
Yes, so gift certificates from Old Time Remedies. It's for $20 in-store purchase.
Yeah.
We have 2 of those. We have a trip to New Orleans. We have a trip to Atlanta. Yes, we understand that those might be hot spots right now, but it's not going to be forever. So those are going to be fun things. We also have a gift giveaway from Alternative Health Food Store over in Pace, and then, like I said, our basket too from Birthing Tree. Yeah. So we have all of those fun things to do. First up, what we want to do is introduce somebody that was with us at the Latch On last year. She was a lot of fun. She was informative. We absolutely adore her and just love all her information.
Yes, so our first up is Justine Roper. She is here in Pensacola. She's local, so go see her. She's amazing. We love her energy. She's within her physique, and she's going to tell you guys a little bit more.
Hi everyone, it's Dr. Justine Williams Roper, physical therapist and pelvic floor specialist. I am so excited to be a part of yet again another Latch On. Super exciting and super proud in cheering everyone who is latching on this year. So many of you may think, why a pelvic floor specialist? What is a pelvic floor specialist? Better yet, what is a pelvic floor? Well, I'm here to show you really quickly and just make that connection between you and myself. So the pelvic floor is a 3D bowl of muscle tissue. It starts at the front of the pelvic bone, goes to the back of it, and kind of makes a sling. And it supports our vital organs. It's where our babies come out of. It's our support system for movement. And a lot of us don't know what it is just because it's kind of hidden and not seen. And a lot of us also don't know how to use it until we're on the table pushing that baby out, right? So my job is to come in and help women and men and children who may have any type of dysfunction in this area. Within the first year of giving birth, a baby can have upwards of 8 to 15 visits with their doctor. What about the mom? 6 weeks postpartum visit? And it may be you go in, depending on which practitioner or what style of practitioner you have, and it's almost like a checklist of, are you good? How are you feeling? Check, check. Okay, see you next year. So it's really important for us to know what this is, where it is, its job, in order to know if there's dysfunction or not. So what I see a lot in my postpartum population is pelvic pain, urinary incontinence, and just generalized weakness. There are multiple other areas of treatment or dysfunction that I do treat. However, those are like my top ones. And the pelvic floor muscles, they have a lot of jobs, like I said before. So childbirth is an event that can really make this area go awry. And so we all know about physical therapy for the arm and maybe the knee or the foot, but physical therapy for this area, what is that? So we do a very thorough exam to know where your deficits are, what they are. Do you have diastasis recti? Do you have a pelvic floor that's weak, or do you have a pelvic floor that's actually tight? And we create a program that is specifically for you to meet your goals. And not just strength goals or body goals, but functional goals. Do you want to be able to lift your baby carrier without pain or difficulty? Do you want to sit and nurse your baby without, some abdominal tenderness or shoulder pain from bending over and not being, aligned properly while you're doing that? Do you want to return to intimacy with your spouse without discomfort? What are the functional goals you want to do? And pelvic floor therapy helps you meet those goals. And we're your advocate. Being a part of the Latch On is something that's really important to me because we get to speak and I get to shake hands and hug typically in person, and I'm doing it now virtually, and advocating with these beautiful people who have done such a beautiful thing, and that's birth children. So whether you've had a cesarean delivery or a vaginal delivery or a VBAC or whatever you've had to bring an amazing little one into the world, we need the support from one another. And because when you go to see a general practitioner or any practitioner of your choice, you don't get a lot of time with them, I've created this different model and this different place that's a hub, that's a resource for you to be able to learn about your body and the muscle tissues and the structures and the bony structures and what's right and what's wrong. Can I exercise? Can I not exercise? Are there some exercises I shouldn't be doing? Where do I start? And so that's where we come in, and we really want to make that mind-body connection with you and allow you to lead a healthy, happy life and hopefully have more babies, right? So I am so happy for you guys, and I'm so happy to be here virtually, and I'm cheering you on. In Her Physique Pelvic Floor Physical Therapy, again, is a hub for you to learn and just grow. And we are accepting new patients, young and old. Our youngest is 4. We treat children here as well. Our oldest is 88 this year, and all in between with all kinds of different types of conditions and concerns. So if you think at all you would benefit from this, which every woman should. When I was a kiddo, the most I got was, here's the tampon, how you use it. So it really is really for every woman to understand the anatomy. We go into depth about anatomy. We go into the postpartum journey, even intrapartum journey. Before we treat the woman. And so I can't wait to be a part of your journey. So come and be a part with us as well. Happy Latch On Day.
She's so great. We love
Hey,
her.
we are so glad that Justine was able to talk with us again this year, despite the different changes that we're having.
Yeah.
Her energy, like Caitlin said, is always so bubbly and warm, and it just makes you want to know more about what she has to offer.
Yeah.
We also have with us, virtually, or through recorded video, I should say, Liz Jordan. Liz Jordan is an IBCLC. She is with Santa Rosa County WIC. The WIC office obviously supports and has income guidelines, but Liz is absolutely phenomenal. Dawn is a peer counselor that's over there with her, and the two of them just work really, really hard, specifically to serve the Santa Rosa County community. Now, of course, there's always WIC in Escambia County as well. They have breast pump rentals. They can, teach you tips and tricks and healthy eating and all that kind of good stuff that goes along with breastfeeding. So we're going to turn it over to Liz, and Liz, we just really appreciate you for doing this for us.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I hope that this Facebook Live event finds you guys all happy and smiling this morning in support of breastfeeding and yourselves as moms. So my name is Liz Jordan, and I am a local IBCLC and also the Breastfeeding Support Program Coordinator for WIC. If you are unfamiliar with WIC, it stands for Women, Infants, and Children. We are a nutrition supplementation program that provides nutrition education and also healthy foods for pregnant mothers, postpartum mothers, infants, and toddlers, and children up to the age of 5. So we have a breastfeeding support program through WIC, and like I said, I'm the coordinator. We highly recommend that moms breastfeed their newborns, and we do our best to educate them during their pregnancy on the benefits of breastfeeding, and then to support them in the postpartum period to do so successfully. We have a peer counselor program through WIC, which provides moms around-the-clock support over the phone from breastfeeding peer counselors who work closely with me as well. And then there's a referral system. If the moms have high-risk issues, then the peer counselors, can direct them to me for those. I have 2 peer counselors right now who are both amazing. Dawn works with me in my Milton office, and Erin is one of our new peer counselors, and she's in the Midway office, which is in between Gulf Breeze and Navarre. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. To be eligible for WIC, if you're, if you're unfamiliar, it is a financially based or income-based program, so you have to qualify. It's lower to middle income. It's really not as low as a lot of people may think as far as how much money you can make, especially right now with the challenges of the pandemic. So you're always welcome to give us a call, and we can give you the income guidelines. You can also find it on the website. If you just go to the Florida Department of Health in Santa Rosa County and search for WIC. So our breastfeeding support program has obviously faced a lot of challenges during this pandemic, and we are doing our best to overcome them to be able to support our moms and babies. So much of what we do is over the phone rather than in the office right now, but we're doing our best, very best. I have recently been authorized to have new mothers and their newborns in my office for in-person consultations for lactation support. Obviously, I would be masked and gloves and PPE and all of those things for protection. We can also provide mom with a mask, but that is something that we are starting to be able to do again, which is exciting during this time. So one other thing I want to tell you about from our program is that we have a breast pump loan program. It's not a rental, it's a loan. It's strictly on a borrowing basis. We have double electric hospital grade pumps that we loan to our clients who are eligible. You have to be a WIC client and you have to qualify for the program. There's a couple different criteria, but mostly you're exclusively breastfeeding. You have to return to work or school, be away from the baby. Maybe you're an exclusive pumper. There are different reasons that moms borrow pumps, but the pumps that we have are the same pumps that they would provide to moms in the NICU, like at Sacred Heart, or most of the hospitals. These are the pumps that they're using now. It's the Medela is the brand, and they're Symphony pumps. So that's something, another benefit from being a WIC client. So that's kind of what we do, and just wanted to share about our program with you, and also wanted to encourage you to, whether you're a pregnant mom or a new mom or a breastfeeder who's nursed all of her kids for 2 years, we're all facing difficult times right now, and please remember that you're not alone in this and that you have support from so many women in this community. Birthing Tree, I want to thank them for inviting me to share with you guys. And by breastfeeding your infant, you are doing the absolute biggest thing. That's not really what I meant to say. You're doing the best thing for yourself and your baby during this time. And I hope that you can take solace in the fact that you are amazing and that we're all here in your corner. So if there's anything we can do for you through the WIC program, please reach out. I don't have a way to put anything on my screen. I'm kind of new to this, so I will give you my cell phone number, and that's 850-313-4035. Again, my name is Liz. My last name is Jordan. So you can call me directly. That's my work cell phone. Call me on that number anytime. Even if you're not a WIC client and you have questions, I'm here for you. So that's about all from me. But you guys keep doing what you're doing. You rock. You're wonderful people and amazing mothers. And I hope to talk with some of you very soon. Bye.
Liz is such a good cheerleader, I think, for all of us. I know she's always such a delight to be around, and she's always really helpful. Anytime she's been at the Latch On, she's always just out there trying to help moms, even chasing after kids. So we really appreciate you, Liz, and Dawn as well, and we can't wait to meet Erin. Sounds like you have a new helper, so that's really awesome. So one of the ways that we are actually able to bring the Latch On to you is through our vendors. So last year, like I said, we had lots of vendors, lots of fun things in person. We still tried to do vendors this year, and we were kind of trying to figure out, what way can we still tell people about other businesses, especially other businesses that complement either having a baby or family or breastfeeding. And so we have a couple of sponsors that chose to run ads with us this year. So we just want to go through those and share those with you and kind of tell you about those businesses. Of course, Justine that you heard about, we really appreciate her. She is all about pelvic floor health. She does see the entire family. This is not just a woman business. You can't, go see her if you're any other anatomy. You can. So that's the really awesome thing. This is some things that Justine helps with. So the pelvic floor therapy definitely can help with pelvic pain, urinary and fecal incontinence, diastasis recti, pelvic instability, and low back or abdominal discomfort. And that's her website where you can find her. If you need any of those things, please go check out Justine. Okay, and so we're going to go into our next person. Again, we're just super excited that we had support this year in vendor ads. We appreciate you being part of that with us.
Hey, I'm Erin,
I'm Jenna.
and we are Nourish Beginnings.
Today we're going to talk a little bit about who we are and what we do. I'm Jenna. I'm the lactation consultant with Nourish Beginnings. I'm an IBCLC, which means I'm an internationally board certified lactation consultant. Before I became an IBCLC, I spent 14 years as a mother-baby nurse. So at Nourish Beginnings, I offer both a prenatal breastfeeding class as well as in-home lactation consultations. During the class, I cover preparing for breastfeeding, getting the right start in the golden hour after delivery, proper positioning and latch, hand expression and pumping, signs of a good or poor feeding, and when to call a lactation consultant. My goal is for you to leave the class prepared for your breastfeeding journey. So why would you need the help of a lactation consultant? Most calls are for painful latch or sore nipples, possible low milk supply, baby cries at the breast or feeds constantly, clicking noises while feeding, inadequate weight gain. These are all really good reasons to request an in-home consultation. So when someone calls to make an appointment, the first question is always, what happens during the consult? So we'll talk a little bit about how this works and what you can expect. So first thing when you make the appointment, I'm able to send you an online intake form to fill out. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes. This includes your health history, your labor and delivery experience, baby's history thus far, how breastfeeding has been going, what your breastfeeding goals are, and also what you would like to get out of the appointment. So when I arrive, we usually spend about 15 minutes reviewing the intake questions and answers. There are actually some things in your history and possibly in the labor and delivery process that can affect breastfeeding. So we'll talk a little bit about that. After that, hopefully the baby is alert and ready to eat. One of the best benefits of a home visit is that I can actually help you breastfeed where you would normally breastfeed, whether it be a comfy chair, a couch, with your boppy in the nursery, wherever you would normally breastfeed. So first I start with the baby's oral exam. I check for proper tongue movements, suck coordination, and to see if there are any tongue or lip ties, all of which can affect the breastfeeding process. Next I do a breast exam, check for any nipple damage from improper latch, any hard or reddened areas that could be a problem. So at every consult I always do a pre and post feed weight. This gives us a good idea of how much baby transfers at the breast. So before the feed begins, we weigh the baby to get a baseline weight so we can measure that exact intake. I do have a specialized scale that is able to measure down to 2 grams. So after the weight, I have mom feed the baby just as she normally would. During the feed, we review good positioning, proper latch techniques, and the goal is to have a good deep latch with no pain for mom. So after the feeding is complete, we weigh the baby again. I take the post-feed weight and subtract the pre-feed weight, and that tells us exactly how much breast milk the baby has transferred. So this tells us, or we're able to be sure that baby has transferred enough for continued healthy weight gain. So by the end of the consult, you'll have all your questions answered and you'll feel confident to continue your breastfeeding journey. You do have the option to have a report sent to your pediatrician, so they have all the details there for your next appointment. I also send a detailed care plan reviewing everything that we talked about during your visit. You're always welcome to call or text with any questions that you may think of after the consultation, and I'm also available for any follow-up visits. So if there's anything I can do to help you through your breastfeeding journey, I'd love to be that person for you. Give me a call or send me an email and I would love to help you out.
Hey, I'm Erin. I am the childbirth educator at Nourish Beginnings. I am a certified childbirth educator and a certified labor doula. I've been teaching since 2013 and I've been in the women's health care since 2011. The very first birth that I saw was a young lady who, at the time when it came to push, she didn't make any sound. She did it all natural without any pain medication. And it was a beautiful, gentle birth that welcomed her baby girl into the world. Ever since then, I absolutely knew I was hooked. Some of the most important questions, the most reoccurring questions that I get is, why is childbirth education important? I plan on getting an epidural. Should I still take these classes? And are they really necessary? And the answer to all those questions is absolutely. Whether you take the classes from Nourish Beginning or at the hospital or wherever you find the classes that are appropriate for you, education and knowledge is power. The more you know, the more confident you can go into your labor and birth. This is something that you truly need to investigate. You do all the research on your baby's car seats. Why wouldn't you keep this research going for your own personal education with your childbirth and pregnancy and labor, and who your provider is as well. Childbirth classes are designed to give you accurate and up-to-date information so the mom can make the most informed decision. I use evidence-based practice when I teach, so this is real life stuff. It's not stuff that's my opinion. It's not stuff that's made up. This is evidence-based practice. These things work. The benefits for childbirth are it helps build confidence in your own body's ability to give birth. We talk about fear and really the unknown. Many women, if it's your first time birth or your 8th birth, there's always that uncertainty of what's going to happen. What is it going to be like? How is it going to be different? Is it going to hurt? These are all normal questions that we get every day. And we go over those and we talk about those. Your partner will learn about the childbirth process. They'll learn how to support you for your big birthday. And sometimes this can be a very bonding experience for both of you, you and your partner. Many times after class, I get couples that say, this really helped us. It really opened the doors of communication. Hopefully you will get that too if you participate in any childbirth classes. Really, doesn't just have to be ours. What to ask when you're choosing the right childbirth classes for you. Is the instructor certified? It doesn't always have to be a certified instructor, but I feel like it's better to be certified. What's the philosophy on labor and birth? You want to make sure that they're compatible with your style and what your ultimate goal is in childbirth. What's the curriculum? What are you going to be learning in these classes? And most importantly, what's the father's role? I've always said it takes two to tango. It takes two to get into this position. So you want that father to have that active role, especially in labor. They don't just get the fun stuff. I do teach the Bradley method. It's also known as the husband coach. And what we teach is nutrition, the stages and phases of labor. We teach relaxation, relaxing techniques while in labor, how to ease the pain and cope with the contractions. We do labor rehearsals and the coach's role. I mean, again, it's husband coach childbirth. You need to have that coach, that partner be an active role. As a labor and delivery nurse, I see that all the time, that a mother, regardless of how she wants her birth to be, if her partner's with her, it definitely shows, and she does better and she responds better to her labor contractions. We also go over the unexpected situations. What if you need to have a C-section? We talk about that. Interventions, we talk about that, and the right questions to ask if this comes up and this topic comes up while in labor. We discuss breastfeeding, and we go over some postpartum care as well. And now that I've told you a little bit more about the Bradley method, I hope you come to us with any questions. If you want to reach out for childbirth education, we are here. Feel free to email, call. I'm much better at text and email than I am with actual phone calls though. Best of luck to you, and congratulations on this amazing journey. Thanks. Hope you enjoyed the presentation.
Feel free to check out our website. It's www.nbpensacola.com, or check out our page on Facebook. Hope to hear from you guys soon.
Bye. Hope you enjoyed the presentation.
So good from Nourish Beginnings, from Erin and from Jenna. And so if everybody is ready, we are nearing that 10 o'clock time frame to where we're going to get all these babies latched. Again, if you are latching your babe, if you are giving pumped milk, if you're nursing through an SNS, all of those things still count. We want you to be a part of this. So if you are ready, what we're going to do is definitely get ready to latch those babies. We're going to do a countdown, and then we're going to show a counted clock for that full minute. So if you are ready, we're ready to go. Good. So I hope we had lots of babies that we're nursing. We are so excited that everybody has joined us today. We hope we have, helped in some ways with all of our videos that we're sharing with you, for sure. So I'm going to let Caitlin talk for a few minutes about one of the people that you just saw.
Yeah. So, Erin and Jenna, we have linked arms with them recently, and they are just amazing women. They are, obviously, you watch the video, so you know all about how they can help you, but we just want to say thank you for being a part of this today. So,
we appreciate you. So what we're going to do is we are going to, if you are live with us now, and if you would like to be entered into the giveaway, we want you to go ahead and type giveaway into the comments. Yes. We are going to look at those. We're going to scroll through those. And the first thing that we're going to give away is our vacation to New Orleans. The way that these vouchers work is you have to pay the, taxes, I think is what they call it. So the taxes, it's going to be about $30-something that you're going to pay. Okay. Mm-hmm. But it is a 3-night luxury hotel accommodations in New Orleans. It's a $785 value for this actual trip. Nice. So it's not something shabby. It's something you're really going to enjoy. And these were given to us to raffle as donations from Yoli Solutions. Yes. And Yoli Solutions is always standing behind us. And in standing behind us, we truly mean that. They do our website. They do a lot of support, networking for us. Mm-hmm. So we really appreciate you, Yoli Solutions. And Caitlin is going to pick our winner for this. So make sure.
You don't have to book right away, correct?
You do not have to book right away.
Don't worry about with the COVID stuff. You don't have to book right away, but you do need to pay the taxes by, what was the date?
August 28th, I believe. So you want to really go in, make sure you read this. Terms and conditions are on the back. These are legit. They are really fun. Yes. So terms and conditions on one side, where you're going, the value on the other side.
I'm just going to scroll. Put my finger. Crystal Stanley.
So Crystal Stanley, you're our winner. Please message us on Birthing Tree. Send us a private message. Yes. We will get this to you.
Congratulations. That's fun.
Yeah.
New Orleans is always a good time.
Vacations are always good. We're going to also do the giveaway for Birthing Tree. Yes. Like I said, that is just a basket. It has all kinds of girly self-care stuff in there. Fingernail files, wine, coffee mugs, all the female necessities. So Caitlin's going to do the same thing for us for this one. See who our lucky winner is for this.
Awesome. Okay. And this, let's see. Alicia Willis.
So please do the same thing. Please message us so that we can get you all your fun goodies here.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations. And that one was from Birthing Tree. If you guys don't know us or you're just tuning in, we are labor and postpartum doulas here in Pensacola. So we are here to help anything that you need. We do help with breastfeeding as well, but if any questions we can't answer, we refer out to the Nourish Beginning. So
yes, Birthing Tree has been in the local area 9 years. And like Caitlin was saying, we have collaborated here with Nourish Beginnings. Jenna Coughlin and Erin Hinsey have been just phenomenal humans in reaching out to us and being able to collaborate not only for anything birth and breastfeeding related, but they're just absolutely wonderful people to be able to bounce ideas off of. Even in times when you might be someone that knows everything, or you've breastfed so many children, you may still run across those kinks and issues. And with Erin also being an L&D nurse, she sees lots of issues that she may be able to throw some ideas out and think outside of the box with you. So we really appreciate everyone over at Nourish Beginnings, especially for being with us this year. Then as far as Birthing Tree goes, we just wanted to share with you a little information about what we do. So we are both certified labor and postpartum doulas. We have recently taken lots of different CEUs, one being for shoulder dystocia. So we have a variety of things that Birthing Tree does, but labor and postpartum doula services would be our main focus. The next focus after that is placenta encapsulation. So placenta encapsulation, we have so many people that call and ask us, what is a great way to bounce back postpartum? Well, placenta encapsulation and to hire a postpartum doula. Both of us do postpartum doula work, and everybody asks, what really is a postpartum doula? And it's kind of like a friend that comes over and does errands and chores for you. But then it can also be someone that can help give you guided and trained advice for taking care of your newborn or how to acclimate as a family once you come home. Yes. So we can look at postpartum lots of different ways, but it is something that is lost in America and something that more families need to come together on, because postpartum depression is very real. Postpartum with baby blues is very real, and sometimes you don't know who to turn to. So if you ever need an ear or some advice, Caitlin and I are also here for that. We would be happy to refer you out again if it's something that we cannot handle or if we're not trained to handle it. What else, Caitlin?
And we will come over, hold your baby, let you relax, but we're going to be doing more than that. We will make sure that you are physically well, that we can answer any questions about basic infant care for you guys. Just, a lot of busy moms, busy families these days, and the partner goes back to work and you're home alone with babe. So if you ever need us, just let us know.
Yes, and so we also offer belly binding and vaginal steams. Yeah. So there's a lot of different things that we offer at Birthing Tree, just working to encompass mom and baby. We have another sponsor that we want to talk about. You've already seen a little bit from them, but it is WIC of Florida. This is specifically Santa Rosa County WIC information here, but again, you can reach out to multiple organizations of WIC. There's one in each county. They're usually located at the health department. The prenatal breastfeeding classes that are offered weekly, that of course is something great to be able to get in on. It gives you knowledge before baby ever even gets here. The full-time IBCLC that's on staff for in-office and phone consultations, we're so excited that they are going back to being able to have some people come in, because sometimes answers aren't always easy over the phone when it's related to breastfeeding. It's something that you really need to put an eye on and be able to assess what's going on with baby. And we know that Liz is phenomenal in that, as well as any of the other counselors and peers at WIC. So we really appreciate you being with us this year.
Yeah, thank you.
We want to do another giveaway.
Yeah, so everybody say giveaway. If you want to be entered, you're going to talk about it. Now I will...
This is from Old Time Remedies. This is pretty cool. Thought about sticking one of these in my pocket myself. This is from Old Time Remedies. If you don't know what Old Time Remedies is, it is a bulk herb store. They do also have tinctures and supplements. Great knowledgeable staff. They are right on 9 Mile Road. I think Beth and the crew over there has been with me almost maybe at every Latch On. So we wanted to be able to include them in this Latch On as well. So if you need any herbal advice, if you need bulk herbs, if you want to make teas, if you want to make any of your cool DIY Pinterest stuff, you can always almost find everything you need with them. And again, this is a $20 voucher for in-store.
Awesome.
I'm going to let Caitlin choose that
All
for
right,
us.
let's see. Kira McKenzie.
Kiera McKenzie. So this is yours. We hope that you're excited about it like we are. All of
Let
these.
us know in the private message us so we can get with you
Yes.
and drop
Private
it off to you.
message us. We can get with you on how to get your goodies that you're getting from us today. We will go ahead and talk about another one of our vendors. It is a massage therapist that we met recently, and she just has great energy. She is at Absolute Zenergy Massage and Body. And she has a new website and logo she's working on. She does all types of body work. So jump on over to her website, take a look at everything that she offers. Even through the pandemic and everything that's going on with COVID, she has safe practices to be able to offer an in-office experience. Obviously, massage, you need to be hands-on. So, Absolute Zenergy Massage and Body Works, we appreciate you advertising with us this year and being a vendor.
Awesome. Thank you. Massage is always great, especially with, being pregnant and
Yes.
what's going on now. It's just nice to relax and
Prenatal
enjoy.
massage is always something that is, not only enjoyable when you're pregnant, but can really help loosen some of those tight muscles and round ligaments and just everything that makes you a little more uncomfortable during labor. So if you need to have a massage, we have a lot of referral network that we can refer out to. We have people that we've referred to over the last 10 years. We have some new people that we've met that we've really enjoyed working with, that have been huge assets to our families that we work with. So we like to be able to refer out, within our own community. We work with different practices as far as chiropractors and acupuncturists, and different practices as far as like OBGYNs. So if you just need, to lean on someone for knowledge in those areas, that's also something that Birthing Tree can help out with. Being able to have that base and know where to reach out for support, oftentimes is huge. There is also the Latch League of Pensacola, and that is a great way to get help. They still do meetings once a month, Thursdays at Everman's. That's something that you can always attend. When I first started out, even before Birthing Tree was in existence, I worked with the Latch League as a volunteer. And so that really was able to show me what our community needed in the aspect of breastfeeding, and to be able to normalize what so many people see as something that's sexualized just because of where we are in our culture. And to be able to, be out to eat or out to dinner or even at a museum and be able to nurse your baby in public without snide remarks, honestly, doesn't happen that much. So to be able to have a support system to where if you run into those situations, you can, I guess, be able to call your friend. I can't tell you how many times I was out in public and someone made me feel absolutely horrible just for nourishing my baby and feeding her. And so it was nice to be able to have someone to call and say, oh my goodness, can you believe what just happened to me? And I had my support system. I had someone that was able to say, just because those people made you feel bad doesn't mean it's the wrong way. And like I said, people feed their babies all different ways. And giving your baby a bottle by far is not something that we have an issue with. It's just a bottle sometimes out in public is not looked at as if you're breastfeeding a baby.
Right.
And so that's why the global latch on is so important to us and so close to our hearts, because we did nurse our babies. And so we also suffer through some of that you might suffer through as well.
Yeah.
And know that there's a huge support system out there, that there's so many women that have the same experiences as you, and that can share like stories. So all of those things, again, on the Latch League site for Pensacola, it's the Latch League of Pensacola, and they're on Facebook. There's a group that you can join and find some support there as well.
Awesome. Yeah. And just to let you know, I mean, there's, like we mentioned, there's people in this world that are not familiar with how breastfeeding should be. And this whole event is to normalize breastfeeding and to let everyone know that feeding your baby, however, is the best way. I mean, whether it be breast or bottle or pumped or whatever it may
Absolutely.
be, feeding your baby's what's key. So, just educating the world on normalizing it, and that's what we're here for. And to just support you and bring together a community of people that will support you as well.
Absolutely. And sometimes family can be some of the most negative people, unfortunately, that you can be around when it comes to nursing your babies. And so I know a lot of our stories are like that. And then we have dads that really want to know, how can we support a mom that's, nursing our baby and changing our baby, and what we don't have to get up in the middle of the night and make a bottle and that sort of thing. And so those are all questions that we really like. When I say we can help acclimate you as a family, those are all things that you can learn and get involved in. So as doulas, as a helper of women that are breastfeeding, including dad has always been, or the partner, whoever that may be in the home, is always really key, because mom, even though she has the equipment, doesn't necessarily have to do everything herself. And that's the really important part to remember, is that even when you have a breastfeeding wife, you still have so many things that you can help with when the woman is breastfeeding. Yeah. So we're going to kind of round up with another giveaway.
Awesome.
Let's do our other vacation, just because those are exciting to me.
Yes.
So this is to Atlanta, Georgia. Again, we have information on the front, terms of use on the back. So this one is a $715 value. Same thing again. We have our 3-night luxury hotel accommodations. This one, again, you're paying I'm seeing here now, $33.25. That is the taxes and fees that have to be paid. But again, it's either 12 months or 18 months to actually book your hotel and go have this great vacation. Yeah. So I'm going to let Caitlin choose this one for us.
Shell Bell.
Oh, yay, Shell Bell. So this is for Atlanta for you. So send us a message, and we will let you know how to pick these vouchers up from us. And I think our last giveaway that we have is from Alternative Health Food Store. So Alternative Health Food Store is over in Pace, Florida. If y'all know much about me, you know I also work there too. It's one of my other hats I wear. So we do a lot of different things over there. We are a small store. It is a family-owned business. Jim Hill has owned the store for 21 years now, and yes, some of his family works there. His daughter does iridology. So there's Dr. Angel, there's Dr. Jim. Iridology appointments are offered there. Health assessments are offered there. We have over 9,000 products in the little store, and Angel made a really good goodie bag here. There's lots of good stuff in it. So Caitlin's going to choose our winner for the health food store.
All right. Oh, nope, that's not. Okay, let me try it again. Nicole Bowman.
Nicole Bowman. Yay. So you have, I know there's like Dr. Bonner's and some kids probiotics, and so it's like mom, baby, kid, all kinds of goodies in there. Make sure you send us a message just so we know how to coordinate to get everything to you. And we just really appreciate you being here with us. Like I said, please tune in often, check back with us, because we do have other events. April, from what the Global Big Latch On is telling us, if all is a little more panned out in the world, then we might be able to have an actual in-person event. Yeah. So we're going to make sure that we really
Yeah.
do that big if we get to
Yes.
do it, because we'll be super excited. We normally have a DJ with us, and we just have a really good live time. And Lico from Lico Entertainment Technologies, he has been our DJ for multiple years
he's
now,
great.
and we really have appreciated him. And this year, we have been extremely blessed to be able to stream live. And if Caitlin and I were streaming live, we are not tech savvy girls. We would be doing it from our iPhone, and it would probably be horrible. So we really hope that y'all have enjoyed everything that SEP Entertainment has helped us with this year. Jamie Settle has been absolutely phenomenal with everything. This is his information, Settlement Entertainment Productions. He really does it all in the way of streaming and videoing, and his services just go on and on, but he is absolutely phenomenal.
Yes.
Absolutely wonderful person to work with. So Jamie, we really appreciate you being with us this year and filling up our office with all your equipment.
Yes.
If any of you have any questions, again, we're just so thankful that you have tuned in with us, that you were a part of the Latch on this year, and your numbers do count.
Yes.
Your breastfeeding success, like I said, really depends on who is standing behind you. And Caitlin and I will always stand behind you and cheer you right on. We will be your biggest cheerleaders if you need us to be.
Yes.
So we hope that you have a great Sunday, and we're signing off.
Happy
Thanks,
breastfeeding
guys.
week.
Thank you. Bye.